Welcome back to Table for Four. I'm Robert. I'm with the boys. We've been gone for a minute, but we're back. And guess what? It's Halloween time, and it's time for a Halloween episode. As you can see, we've dressed for the occasion. Guys, how have we been?
Pretty good.
Good. Not too bad. Well, from the looks of it, I have been better.
I mean, honestly, I
just
could
let
not.
myself
I mean,
go.
wow.
That's-
First of all, Charles, or is it Chuck? Is it Chucky? Wow, that is.
Since we're friends, we're going to be friends forever. You can call me Chuck.
I've got a lot of friends there, Chuck. And Mr. Al Borland. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. You've had fallen on tough times.
Yeah.
Was that a walk-on for Zombieland 2? Is that what?
No,
That damn Tim Allen or whatever, right? He didn't take you with him when he went off?
No, and
Just left you to
yeah,
get-
there's some bad blood between us, but
Yeah,
you know, it's
imagine.
okay.
I mean, it
You
looks
carried
like
that
you
show,
ate
and
him already,
Yeah, that's whose blood this is. I ate his brain.
I mean, right off the bat, I didn't ask anybody the most recognizable or
So do you-
memorable character
Yeah,
from
I
that
had to
show,
go to-
and it's going to be the super hot model that they had, obviously first. But second would be Al Borland, I think.
What about the fence
Right?
guy?
Oh,
Well,
he's he looks worse than
Gotta-
me right now.
That's-
Yeah.
He's he
And
will
I'm
always
sorry
be
if
in
I
our
offend
hearts.
you by calling you the fence guy, but
His name was Wilson.
Yeah.
well, oh, that's
Oh,
right.
my
See?
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
Chucky, I
Nate,
don't have much for
IMDb
you.
picture.
He was always good to talk to, though. I mean, whenever you had problems, you just go see Wilson.
Oh yeah, kind
I
of
mean,
like
it's
his.
just a floating head, but
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
yeah, floating
Yeah,
eyes
yeah.
and hat. You never saw his mouth.
yeah.
What
No.
about you? Huh? Space alien? What do we got over here? Steampunk rock and roller? You
Good
kids
man.
and your loud music?
Yeah, is it?
I like it. I like the effort.
What's the scarf for?
Because I want to look pretty.
Oh, okay.
I look,
I'm sure there's some
anime.
obscure Japanese
All
anime that this
anime have
character is
scarves.
cosplay
You
from,
can't
but
even be anime without a scarf.
what is
Oh,
it?
I didn't know.
Attack on the
or the weird freaking
Titans?
wig.
Right?
I thought that was your real hair. Tights.
Attack on the Tights?
What?
Oh, I saw that. That's good.
Oh.
That's
Attack
actually
on-
that's a documentary about the tight industry.
Right?
Mostly
Oh, in China.
Yeah.
where most of them are made.
Yeah, it's about
All the 5-year-olds doing the
yeah.
But anyway, guys, so because it's Halloween, we're going to give you a double bonus episode. We're going to do a little Halloween freestyle, talk about some of the stuff that's been in the news, some of our favorite memories and scary stuff from Halloween, and then we're going to tackle ghosts. That's right, the old ghosty McGhostersons, phantoms, hauntings. We're going to cover a couple of our favorite ones. I mean, there's a bunch of different names. We'll cover that, and Nate's got some good information for us. But welcome back to Table for Four. Yeah.
So what? Go into this
Yes,
Ukrainian
the
orphan.
Okay, so apparently, a couple from Canada adopted a girl from the Ukraine. Now, they were under the understanding that she was 8 years old. Oh, but the story gets weird. So, as they bring her home and welcome her into the family, certain things kind of start not adding up. First and foremost, she has, I don't know how to say this politely, but full pubic hair. And she also, the mother says, has all of her adult teeth. Now, they knew when they adopted her that she had that there was a bone disorder. She had some health problems, so she wasn't good from the get-go. But when they got her home and they started noticing these things, more and more, it became pretty clear that this wasn't an 8-year-old Ukrainian girl. The mother caught her smoking cigarettes in the garage one time. I believe pretty soon after that she caught her smoking, there was a story about
Benjamin
her,
Button?
No, her and the mom talking because the mom also had they had a couple of their own children, and she ran a daycare at the time, and the Ukrainian gal said to the mom, and apparently with perfect English, I don't know how you handle these kids. But it's a pretty spooky story.
No, didn't they make a movie out of that?
Well, there is a movie, The Orphan, but this is real life. This is happening right now.
Oh, I didn't-
Because it gets creepier. So, a couple months go by, and a couple other scary things happen. They wake up one night with the Ukrainian girl at the foot of their bed,
that's not
staring at them.
Oh no, not like the rake. I'm having
yeah.
flashbacks with the rake. No.
So they
But
end
she
up. Again,
looks
this
young.
is supposed to be an 8-year-old
This
girl.
8-year-old, so she's gotta look
She looks young. There's a
She's
picture
the size
floating
of an
on the
8-year-old,
internet.
right?
Nate
The
can-
size of an
Nate can show the
8-year-old.
picture.
She's short, like
Yes,
gotta be.
yes, because she has this bone condition, and that was part of the thing. But the other stuff didn't add up to the mom either. Again, the full puberty, the
Yeah.
full teeth. 8-year-olds don't smoke cigarettes, even if they,
Well, in
so they
France,
end up.
they
Ukraine,
did.
they
end
might.
up. I mean, so they end up renting an apartment for her, getting her set up in this apartment, and then leaving her. They abandon her. No, honest to God. So they run away. So a couple months go by. The authorities find out about this. There's an investigation. The couple are ultimately charged for. I think
Child
it's-
abandonment?
It's child abandonment.
What?
And that's when all this has come to
It's not
light.
even-
That the woman has defended it by saying that this adoption was false, and that so do some research on your own out there. Check it out. I'll have Nate put up a picture of the Ukrainian orphan. And
So was she
spooky
8 or
story.
was she not?
Well,
Because
again,
I mean,
it's still ongoing. There's
that's
gonna be-
pretty simple
there-
medical
there-
exam that could determine
and
that.
there has been exams, and it was a bone density exam when they first were alerted that they thought she was weird, and that bone density exam showed that she was at least 18.
Well, don't you
And then
check
since
the?
then, there's been another. I read recently. There's been another exam or bone density exam, and that showed that she had this disease and that they couldn't do an accurate test.
No, you count the rings.
Oh,
Yeah,
on
you
the
cut
neck.
off the leg. No,
Oh.
you cut off the leg. You
Like a
count
tree.
the rings.
You just chop it
Like
off.
the smoke rings that she's able to blow out. From working in a factory in the Ukraine, honey. I don't know how you deal with these kids.
Well, I
oh
mean,
my
they
God.
I'm just saying, you got 3-year-old Chinese kids that smoke.
Oh, you have to in those sweatshops. Oh my God, you know?
Hey, come on, you're
You
working
look
80
good,
hours
you
a
go
week.
crazy.
Come on.
Yeah, hell, in France, I mean, they pop out and they're like, "Here's a cigarette."
Right.
They don't give them a bottle. They're like, "Suck on."
I mean,
this."
they all shun Americans anymore because we shun smoking.
yeah,
like,
that is
yeah,
crazy
You
because
smoke.
that was one of the staples that helped create this fine country was tobacco.
Yeah.
Not all the stuff mixed in.
And
with
the other
tobacco,
thing
but
that
the
helped
tobacco
finance
itself.
this country was cancer.
Yeah, that's how
Prepackaged
Tobacco.
food.
It-
Yeah.
That's what it is.
yeah, that's how
That's
the
a
pilgrims-
story
These little
for
steel
another day.
boxes with rubber wheels that go places, and you have to put money in them. This is just yeah.
What?
Anyway.
Hold on, wait, what?
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 I don't know. So what else, guys? I know that the UFO stuff's kind of been out there. You guys seen any of that?
Yeah, they
You know,
just
the
had some
Navy
new ones.
Yeah, they're letting it go. Some of
They're
the
letting
stuff
some new stuff out.
Yep.
Lots of neat
I
stuff.
keep telling y'all, full disclosure's coming.
I feel like
I think full disclosure is coming. I don't think it has anything to do with Halloween, but we'll touch it real quick.
I feel
Because
like
I'm with Jeremy
No,
on this.
you're-
Full disclosure is coming.
You're right. You
Because,
can-
I mean, they came out and they literally said, we don't know if you can handle it or not, but hey, you know what?
we
It's
can't
time.
figure out what it is. So here you go.
Yeah.
you can touch
mean,
it all you want.
In all reality, I think Jeremy is 100% correct. Full disclosure is right on our heels.
Make sure you are buckled in because
we are
it is going to be
either-
wild.
The real question
Yeah,
is,
it will.
Or it could
is this
just be
going to
some
be
grainy footage of a Tic Tac looking thing that honest to God Navy pilot's like, I don't know what that thing is, but I'm not going to be quiet. And so they're like, Jim's not going to be quiet. No, Jim's
Well-
going to the police.
They pan to the
real
left,
UFO
and it's a
police,
guy with a
right?
fishing pole and a pipe.
the only
It's
the,
like,
the
damn
thing
it, Phil,
you
you're
have
not supposed to
ask,
be
okay?
recording me.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. The one thing that you have to ask, and none of us can answer until the day comes, till they show up on your front doorstep or beam down from the sky above. Are they friend or foe?
That's the big question.
Are they here to help or are they here to have a buffet?
how are you?
Or how long
Grace?
have they been here? Has our government known about them this whole entire
one?
time?
Well, I think
Any of them? Because
part
we-
of me
we
assumes
went
that
through-
if they're doing the thing now where they're like, okay, you know what, you guys can look at this
It's
stuff.
gotta
I
be-
feel like they're like Fucking we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Well, we went over alien species before.
We
so
did. We covered
you
it.
you
Check
can
that
go back
episode
to
out.
that,
Please
yeah.
do.
First
So
one.
supposedly there are good ones and bad ones. The good ones keep us alive, keep us safe from the bad ones. There are some that try to trick to be the good ones, but the really bad ones in disguise, kind of like in.
I have a
Us
question
two.
for all of you.
Question.
Okay? This is just an easy, simple question, and I'm just asking this with all sincerity. What is Halloween? Where did Halloween come from?
Well,
All Hallow Eve, Billy, was a tradition started. Yeah, I don't know.
Anybody
Well,
else?
like,
it was a ritual to stave off evil spirits
And the dead.
during like what they thought was like the most perfect, or like the what's the word?
but we're having some technical difficulties right now. Difficulties.
Where they would have
Where
the
the
most
bonds
power.
between Earth and the spirit realm was
Spurt.
yeah.
Spurt.
You in the sound now. Spurs.
We're there in the spirit realm. Our
Anime has gone south.
Really?
Please continue, sir.
we're the spirit realm, and our existence
Commingle?
commingle. Yeah,
Oh, the gateway is open.
like it's the barrier is really thin.
Ooh. Okay.
So they're able, like the spirits were able to cross over, and to keep any evil spirits at bay, they did certain things, which some of them were put like evil-looking masks to scare away the spirits, or put out like the jack-o'-lanterns to help.
Which is
stave
not to
off
be
of 'em.
confused with the Day of the Dead.
Right.
So in other words, you're pretty much saying that they made it to where they would scare the spirits.
Yeah, they
So-
would try and scare the spirits
I
away.
see,
Plus,
so-
they'd have like stuff on their doors to keep spirits
we
away.
we are now coming through, well, going full circle.
But it all
and we're
got-
learning about Halloween with you all right now.
It all got like
All Hallows Eve.
moved towards commercialized stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
everything
that's
does.
what
Oh, money.
America does.
Money.
Yeah, money.
That's what
Money.
Christmas is now. It used to be.
Yeah.
That's what everything
religious
is
holiday.
now. What are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
birthdays.
right.
Everything.
But
Birthdays
again,
Everything's
now.
about money.
there is still fun and joy to
What's
be had.
funny
You just
about-
gotta work harder to find it.
That's what's
My
funny
goodness.
about money. Okay, if you, in whether people real and I know some of the stuff we're talking about that has nothing to do with Halloween, but
Yeah.
if you think about money in itself in general means absolutely nothing. It's a piece of paper. It's this piece of paper here. I hereby say this paper is worth $1 million. Here, have $1 million.
Yay! Yeah. It
Now he's rich.
It used to be where money was actually, and we're kind of going off subject a little bit,
How
but
do you
that's
get to
fine.
financial
No,
crisis?
this is good because money was actually like what was it? $1 was worth $1 of gold. Now it is
Right.
not. It used
It's
to
off the
actually
gold
stand
standard.
for something. Yeah. So how it was supposed to be? Money was supposed to be you take that money and you can go to any bank and get what it was worth in gold.
Right. But they didn't want to give up all the gold because everybody was buying the gold black.
Yep. So
Which makes sense. You can't give all your gold away. But then we also have nukes, so we can always take the gold back if we did give it away, I guess.
give it away. Give it away. Give it
Give it
away
away now.
You knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so let's get back on Halloween.
Yeah.
Before we give it away.
What I really like the most about Halloween are the movies.
Okay.
The
I will give you
movies.
that, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
we were talking about this
Yes,
the other
and,
day.
I was debating
goodness.
on what I was going to talk about. This Halloween freestyle and freestyle. Yeah, movies.
All right, real quick. Here we go. Favorite Halloween movie?
Chucky?
No, wait. No. What? You were so damn old, you don't even know the name of the movie that you're in. It's called Child's Play. Chucky isn't the name of the movie.
Well, there was a movie.
I
one of the
watched
movies was called
Child's
Chucky.
Play
It
in
was
the-
like the 10th one.
I watched Child's Play in the theater, okay?
No, my favorite was Home Improvement. Oh, that's not a Halloween movie.
Ah,
It
that's
is
a
horror
show.
show, though.
Hellraiser.
That was good. Hellraiser.
When Hellraiser came out in the theater, dude, it was so scary.
Hellraiser was a classic.
I can't.
Chatterbox, the first time he came out.
I can't think of any one particular Halloween movie. Like going back, and this is another thing Nate and I was talking about.
13
is
Ghosts.
no
God, no.
Ghost Ship. That's a classic.
No, 13 Ghosts with Antonio
13
Banderas.
Ghosts is
No.
pretty
Ghost Ship
okay.
had the best killing scene in it.
No, yeah, that beginning. See with that cable. Ooh,
Wasn't that
if
what
you
that
have
movie
not
was
seen
called
that,
with
you
Antonio
need to-
Banderas?
No.
13 Ghosts.
Desperado?
No, the Ghost.
No, 13 Ghosts did not have Antonio
No.
Banderas, but it
The
was
one
a
where
good
the
movie.
ghost-
That was it.
what's it called?
13
What's the name of
Ghosts.
that?
13 Ghosts.
Okay.
But no Antonio Banderas.
No.
No.
No, who was in that?
The guy that played on that TV show.
Yeah.
That
exactly.
where he was the bumbling detective. I forgot
Oh
his name.
yeah, Monk.
Monk.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You're right. My bad.
No,
I know I'm right.
Well, to
My
think
bad.
back, see, and it's kind of it's hard to go back and watch movies that you
It's not.
scared you
They're
as
on
a
the internet.
kid.
You got
No,
all sorts of options you can go
Look,
back
that came
and
out
watch.
when you were a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
Shut up for a second.
How was it watching the wheel being built? Or the
Easy.
Wright brothers flying for the first time? Well, I'm sure that was
Or
pretty
dinosaurs.
Do you
amazing.
know how
walking the
far
earth.
the Wright brothers flew when they flew the first time?
I don't know. I'm sure you can tell us, you old fart.
307 feet, 22
It was
inches.
22 seconds,
22
19
inches.
seconds, something like that.
I don't know.
Not far.
Okay,
Not
so
long. Not
But
far.
so like, I thought
Anyway,
I was
go
doing
ahead.
a toss. You said Child's Play. You want to reiterate? You want to go to Hellraiser? Is going to be your
I like Hellraiser.
Hellraiser
scared the
favorite
crap out of
Halloween
me.
movie. Really scared you in the movies.
Freddy Krueger when it first came out, all of them scared
See,
me.
what is the name of the movie isn't Freddy Krueger.
Well, I'm saying characters here. Nightmare on Elm Street. I know the movie.
The young kids, they don't know who Freddy Krueger is.
Well, then they should investigate.
Oh, I think they do. I think that thing's been remade.
Or the-
or
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street Part
recycled,
22.
Whatever they do with
The,
it.
the one kid
I mean, they
having
got
the
more
dream.
Nightmare on Elm Streets than they do Rockies.
That one kid having the dream. It's like, no! See,
Well, Hellraiser could use a reboot, and I know they were talking about that on the last
well, you got a few
podcast on the left.
Hellraisers. You had like what, 8 of them?
yeah,
There's been a
there was a...
bunch. There's been a bunch.
I don't even know how many.
No, but like I was
Hellraiser
saying,
Bound
it-
13.
it's hard to go back and watch movies that scared you as a younger...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because, you have them up
Oh,
here
yes.
high.
And then they kind
and then
of-
you watch
sometimes
it
they
and you're
don't.
like, ah, man,
Some do.
this did not
Again,
age
if you
well.
for me and my brother, we watched a series of movies called Phantasm.
Yes.
And we were at just
Remember?
enough
Yeah,
of a
you were
young
talking-
age where those movies did
Yeah,
scar
those-
us.
Yes.
Those movies did have an
Yeah.
indelible mark on us.
That tall
Because-
man.
Oh, tall
Oh,
man and
oh,
weird
yeah.
ball that goes through.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there was just a weird, and of course, when we were watching it, it was always when my dad was asleep on HBO.
When you weren't supposed to be
once we were watching it, so you're already
Yeah.
scared, and then the karma gets you. Oh yeah, okay, we think you're a sly little kid. Well, now you're gonna be scarred for life. And and I had recurring nightmares about that tall man because coming through the bed. Man.
Now we know how the Joker came about.
Yeah, but
And Mr. McMacken, first one. What's the one that you?
It was later on. The first movie wasn't my favorite one.
Okay,
but
but
like my favorite one,
that scared you, scarred you.
none.
Really?
None?
oh, see, he's an anime character. Nothing scares him, except for
Or
something
everything.
weird
Yeah,
like
so-
grass.
Pikachu.
What?
Pikachu scared you, probably.
No, like the one I enjoyed whenever it was later in life, but it was Pumpkinhead. Was
yeah.
like
talking
good
about that.
storyline, good.
Well, that's again.
the
That's
way
Clive
they just
Barker
barely
just
show
before
the
he got a
creature every
budget.
so often.
Right.
But that's Clive Barker before he got a budget.
Yeah.
With Hellraiser.
No,
And
they say that's what makes the best scary movies is those lower budget ones.
Oh, yeah.
where
That's
they
a
can't
lie.
afford the showing of the creature, so they give you little bits and pieces like Jaws.
well,
and
Spielberg
Alien.
famously did that. Now, but again,
Or
or
don't
just
know
that
if you've
the,
seen
that
it.
the effects. Go ahead.
but the new Blair Witch, instead of just showing kids being crazy or something, they do show a creature like 2 or 3 times, but it's just quick and minute.
Now
how they get you.
that was one
And
again
that's like
low budget.
That's the best movie.
I'm going to tell you a story
All
about
right.
about the original Blair Witch, okay?
Let me guess.
They're
You dated
my-
her in high school.
Yeah.
She worked at the Frosty Freeze.
Close.
That Blair
Close.
is a bitch, not a witch. Sorry. Bad language. They got me on this thing. I told them I could not cuss. And now I sound like Gilbert Gottfried. Weird.
I had stayed up the whole night before party and whatnot, went to work. bunch of my friends, all of us, when Blair Witch came out, we were all getting together going to the theater. Like 15 of us,
Of course.
So here we go. We all get down to the theater. I'm dog tired. I mean, just dog tired. We get in the theater. I sit down in the seat. My girlfriend's with me. All our friends are there, and I just, boom, I'm out. I'm out. Even for 1 minute into the show, I am passed out, snoring, knocked out. They're all watching the show. Nobody wakes me up, by the way. At the end of the movie, I wake up and I see credits. That was Blair Witch for me.
Well, it worked for me. I watched it. I rented it. I was living alone at the time in California, and I remember it had gone to the movies and it had been a big hit. I'd seen the trailer where they had the girl crying in the tent. You know what I mean?
So
I
it's like
"Well,
snot
this-"
bubble coming.
And I had kind of like a
I really missed all that.
thought I was just going to be like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? I could have thought of this idea, but when I rented that, I took it home and it chased me to the kitchen. Man, the way they set it up, that end scene where they're running through the house and all the handprints on the walls.
Oh, see, the new one actually explains a lot lot
Yeah, well, again,
Really?
but
Yeah.
but
That's
Jeremy's
after
whole
the fact.
point. Jeremy's whole point with that is
No,
that when
the-
you do it in that element, then those are just handprints that are just something else to add scary. Now later, when the thing becomes a hit, they
it
tell
doesn't show
you
about
what
the handprints, but it does.
that house. They show you what the kids were in
It
there.
explains some more of what they were going for the lure, the
Oh.
lore.
Well, I know,
lure,
but see, in
lure.
filmmaking,
And those little twig
And
pieces.
you know what?
Remember
The
the
second
pictures?
one probably didn't
Oh,
make
those
it
Oh,
were
and the
amazing.
rock piles. The rock piles?
The second one,
Yeah,
have you
my
watched the
friends
second
would
one?
put up rock piles and go,
I didn't watch the first one.
Apparently, you paid for it and did
I
not.
didn't pay for it.
see, with
I did invest in the first one. I just didn't actually watch the first one.
with scary movies, with any movies, you want to be immersed into it.
Oh, yeah.
So when they give too much detail, it kind of takes it away because you
No, they
want to
didn't
be
give-
left wondering like, what are those handprints?
Right. Like, where was
what
that?
are those rock piles?
Right.
I mean, is that what summons?
I'm not saying it gives away like the scary part of it because you just realize once it happens and how they kind of explain why the hands are there, which they don't really just say, hey, this is what happened.
No,
They just kind of imply,
I'm probably gonna go back and see.
and
that.
then at that point you're like, that's a lot of going
Murders.
on.
It's a lot of murders.
Yeah.
Murders.
Now this is a new Blair Witch project,
Yeah, this
not
is
Blair
the one
Witch
that came
Project
out like
2.
a year or two. No, not Blair Witch 2.
Yeah, because that
This
that
one
ruined it.
Instead of calling it the Blair Witch or the Blair Witch 2, it's just Blair Witch.
Because that was
It's that red cover with the little stick figure.
Because the second one
Picture
kind of
here.
did the reverse of Evil Dead, because Evil Dead, the first one, was horrible, but it turned into a cult classic.
Oh, yeah.
And they just rolled with it on the second and third
Right.
one. They're like, let's make it funny. And those movies are freaking
Oh,
great.
my,
Bruce
I
Campbell is amazing.
Love.
Mine,
Was it
mine,
Army
I
of
think,
Darkness? I love that.
Mine, I think, see, this I haven't seen in a while, but as a kid, it scared the living crap out of me, was Tommy Knockers.
Oh yeah.
So I
Wasn't
am,
that Stephen King?
It was originally.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah,
to,
anything Stephen King's
yeah,
gonna be.
Langoliers.
It.
That was Stephen
I mean,
King,
come on.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, like,
Pet
Well, the new It
Sematary
is
even.
really good. You're talking about current, and that's
Yeah.
come out this Halloween, and
well, even some of the old ones now
my
today's
goodness,
standards.
some of the
you know.
effects that they did with some of the creatures they've come up with in that thing, I was impressed. But and there's a running joke, of course, in it, because Stephen King has a cameo about how he can't end stories. You know, I mean, he's famous for having these great stories, but the end he just can't figure out how to end them. So there's a giant spider. And they even joke about it. Like, someone goes in to buy a book from him, and he asks the other guy for the, would you like an autograph? And Stephen King goes to the guy who's played, I forget which the actor, but he says, "Nah, I never like your endings." I just thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
Stephen King kind of getting back at people saying, ha.
So what about you? What was your?
Well, Phantasm, as I said earlier.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right, you did
that
say that.
is my
I just thought of
goodness.
another one
But
that I-
that's a classic example of it doesn't really hold up. I've gone back and tried to watch
Yeah.
one and
Well, see, that's like 13
'Cause I
Ghosts
can't
was
get-
scary when I first seen it.
What?
But like 13 Ghosts, the monk guy. I mean, how could you not be that scary?
know.
the guy you thought was Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, whatever.
They look here. Put up a picture of both of them.
Oh,
look how
it's
much
happening.
they look alike. Maybe like if it was like a twin.
Hey, tell you what, in the comments, put below.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There is
and-
similarities.
And Danny
I don't
DeVito.
know what they are, but there is.
Sorry, we made Antonio Banderas first. The monk guy was left with the pieces, so we built him. No offense, you're a great actor, but
And Nate, cue picture.
I already said that.
Yeah,
Did you? It's
oh,
been
that
up
picture's
here.
been
You
up.
didn't see it? It's been hovering over your damn
And it
head.
just went away.
Oh, no, and now you're looking
It's been
at
in front of
nothing.
us all the entire time.
Oh, in front of us.
Now-
That's why we couldn't see anything. Okay.
I like the Jasons when they first came out because they were scary. I can
Yeah,
remember as a
there's-
kid,
there's some-
I remember
there's some
having a
ones in
kid
there that were good, definitely. I mean,
having nightmares where Jason was actually fighting Freddy,
right?
Oh, and then they made that.
and then they
horror-
made it and it ruined it.
I mean,
And then,
that
and
was
then what was
horrible.
it? Jason in space or Jason
Yeah.
X or whatever.
Jason,
Yeah.
Oh, and then they ruined Leprechaun too. They did
Yeah.
Leprechaun in the
See, I never-
hood.
yeah,
And then
that was-
Leprechaun in space. That's another one that they need to bring back. Like, do it right, please.
Aliens was good, and then
the
they
which
went
one?
all Aliens
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was-
You rein back there, sir, because
was decent.
Aliens. Alien. was
again,
great.
Alien remains the
Aliens-
masterpiece. Aliens.
Oh, okay.
Aliens.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Sorry,
It was
I
awesome.
added the S. I
But-
didn't mean to add
No,
it.
no, no,
Now,
Wait,
now,
you're right.
now Nate feels my pain because
Oh.
everything is like aliens.
Then they
Alien.
went to like the what was it, Resurrection or the
No,
third
see,
one?
Those
See,
were,
there's so
those
many,
were
can't even remember them
decent,
all.
Those
though.
were decent, but they were not the scary
Not the
movies
scary
that
like
the
the first
original
one.
No, yeah,
was.
you got a point.
Something about
Because
the original.
they did well. Well, look at who did the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
the same.
what about like a really like
The Fly?
real gore fest?
Oh,
like
The Fly.
you guys
Fly's
familiar with-
pretty gory.
Yeah, I'm
And
talking.
then they
Are you
came
guys
out with a
familiar
Fly,
with
too.
Reanimator?
Reanimator.
No.
All
Is
right,
anything like
that
Centipede?
is
'Cause I will
that
never watch
is that is the guys that did Centipede were scarred by
I need a
Reanimator.
So, really?
The Reanimator.
Is
yes.
this like some Rob
It's a
Zombie thing?
1980s thing.
So
it's
some I'm not gonna watch.
classic. It's
No, aw, you uncultured.
I'm just not into
Reanimator.
all the good. I mean, I can watch it. That's no big deal. But it takes away from the movie to me.
What?
All the gore and everything.
No. Hellraiser had some gory.
I mean, if you're watching
freaking
Fried
parts.
Green Tomatoes, yeah, maybe. I mean, honest to God, I can see where you know what I mean. I don't want to see.
That was just funny. I don't
Yeah, she walked into the house and everyone was just dangling from hooks. I don't think this is the same fried green tomatoes that I remember as a kid.
That reminds me of a
This
joke.
is
Here we go. Here we go. A
Oh,
joke.
this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was-
So, like, does anyone you guys remember the girl that played she played in the Stephen King movie. Speaking of it, Misery.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? We all remember Kathy Bates.
There we
Yes.
go, yes.
Now, here's this joke. These girls were talking about her and what she's good done since then. She did a bunch of movies that probably been nominated for Academy Award. But the one gal was talking about it said, so after that, Kathy Bates was an amazing actress because she kind of has to be. She's a big old gal.
Now, did you learn that
Something I don't
from?
know.
Did you
Sorry,
learn
it was
that
a joke.
from a new podcast that you've been listening
yes.
to?
These
Yes.
are the girls. They
Okay,
made that.
hey, he's gonna throw out a
Oh
plug.
my goodness!
A plug.
If you guys haven't, my wife turned me on to this podcast.
Your wife
It's
turned
true
him on.
crime. It's two girls. It's called My Favorite Murder, and they are awesome. They do really good research. They'll take any given weird murder. Sometimes it's
listening.
they did the bodies on Everest one episode. And talked about the different people that. 'cause
Oh,
There's like
yeah.
200 some odd bodies up there.
Oh, yeah.
From famous climbers to just people that have names like Green Boots. But so they'll go in. They'll do about a half hour, 45 minutes, and they're also very, very funny. So they're comedians. So it's a little bit like Last Podcast on the Left, but just two. And so give that a listen, guys.
Yeah, which also last podcast on the left is also a good plug.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
honestly, we've been trying
they're
for.
awesome.
I mean, that, yeah.
Yeah,
If we had an inspiration, which I think we do,
Yes.
that's certainly
Yeah,
my.
I like them.
That's it.
So we're moving from movies to, I guess, what other Halloween topics would we?
Well,
like
I think
to
it's
talk
important for right off the bat. Favorite Halloween candy.
about?
Oh.
And I mean, you can go weird with this. You can go favorite Halloween candy you got in your pillowcase for a bag when you were trick-or-treating as a kid.
I like the one with the razor blade in it. That was always my favorite.
Right.
Because it was always it was like a surprise. Like, oh, lost my tongue.
I know.
I wonder if you would like the little box of dots.
Oh, he does go classic. And
Yeah.
that is amazing. And you got like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And you
They
shape
They're
them
always
up.
green.
Fuck the green one. No, I don't want that one. Get that winter green mint out of here.
And they always stuck. You could never get them out of your teeth.
Oh, I
You
still
just-
love
Yeah.
them though. I've always loved the gummies.
No, that's why they made those.
Yeah.
Kids can't
Yeah.
freaking holler if
Exactly.
their mouth.
They're like, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
more.
I start giving my girls spoonfuls of peanut butter. You guys can't fight with a mouthful of peanut butter.
You didn't often get it with Halloween, but the lick sticks, the
pixie
came with
sticks.
the little
No,
the one that
it's-
came with the stick.
Yes, Fun
and then
Dip.
you dip.
Fun
Yeah,
Dip. Oh, yeah.
Which again, how we survived and we didn't get the
what were those
disease
called?
from those things because that was
Oh,
just
yeah.
a germ pool.
Just waving it.
You're so brown and tan.
Why does it taste like dirt? Don't worry.
That's still candy stick under there. The candy stick was fire, man. That thing was amazing. You just eat it like a little piece.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you eat some of my candy stick. What was it called? A dipping stick?
No,
Fun
Fun
Dip.
Yeah,
Fun
it was
Dip.
Fun
Fun
Dip.
Dip,
Just-
right.
Sorry.
Where you'd rip off the top, you'd
Yeah,
take the
and you
stick
dip.
out.
Oh yeah, yeah. They only had like 2 flavors.
See,
They could've
Fun
gone
Dip
more
didn't
with the
work good
flavors
for
on
us because
that.
there were 7 of us kids, okay?
Yeah.
Fun Dip don't work good with 7
Yeah,
kids.
you all had to share the stick.
Gosh, no. One would grab the bag and would
You're
run
like,
from
it's
the
your
others
turn
as
to
he's
lick
going,
the stick,
as they're running. You know, you ever try to eat a whole bag of Fun Dip as you're running?
Now, how
From
many-
6 siblings trying to kill you for
many-
the Fun Dip.
How many times did you snort a pixie stick? Because I believe it had what was that?
Excuse me.
A bad effect.
Hello?
A bad effect on your brain.
The Pixie Sticks are healthy for you.